What's up, family? This is Malak News TV. So we back again with another one, family. Just another update on the Uvalde, Texas shooting. Now, once again, it's just another news clip. I'm not saying that this is something that did not occur because it very well may have occurred if anybody's lost someone. I would hate to try to put something out there that really happened, but I'm saying it didn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Because I'll never do that. So all this is just speculation off of what the news is giving me, and I'm just here just to report it. But without no further ado, family, let's get right into it.
Well, let's turn back to Uvalde now. The town mourning overnight and will continue to do so for years after what is now the deadliest school shooting in Texas history. 19 children and 2 teachers killed. This is just days before summer vacation.
19 students now and 2 teachers. Real quick, Barry. It went from 10 students to 14 students to 18 students to 19 students. It went from 1 teacher to 3 adults to 2 teachers now. That's all I'm saying, family, is the news cannot get their story together at all. At all. It's so many different stories out there, like who's telling the truth and who's lying about it, because somebody's lying. They'll just put it that way. I will say that. Somebody is freaking lying. But let's continue.
About 80 miles west of San Antonio. So, everybody knows one another. Adriana de Alba joining us live this morning. Adriana, so many families are actually still waiting for answers. I don't know that people realize that this morning.
Waiting for answers still. The children's supposed to be inside
pretty
that
soon
school.
We're probably going to start seeing people show up here, Kara. We're at the Civic Center, and this is where people were waiting hours yesterday, waiting for answers and hoping that they would be reunited with their kids. But we know that today the school community is bringing in grief counselors to try to help students, staff, teachers, those affected by this tragedy that happened just days before the end of the school year. And we know that as families wait for answers, officials are collecting DNA samples from parents to help them identify those who did not survive.
Just confused and worried when I'm trying to find out where my baby's at. I'm gonna wait.
Ah, family. You know I'm about to run that back real quick. Oh my gosh. Once again, I'm not saying that even that man doesn't have a child. Actually, I'm saying that man, that does not seem like a person who has a child that is missing after shooting. I don't even understand how they'd be missing if all the students are supposed to be inside the school. They're supposed to go in and clear out the school. And schools aren't really that hard to clear out unless your child's hiding in the roof somewhere. They could be under a desk, they could be inside of a restroom. They could be even in a janitor's closet. Your child should be found if they're inside that school, especially after a shooting happened. Your child should be found. But people are saying that some of the children aren't even found. So to me, that's very questionable, especially if the children really are missing. There's a lot of questions that's like, where is your child at? That's cool. But I have to scoot back, family, because we got to see the face of this man. Because to me, no.
DNA samples from parents to help them identify those who did not survive.
Just confused and worried when I'm trying to find out where my baby's at. I'm gonna wait.
Come on. And look
all
at this
I
guy.
can,
Look.
I'm concerned.
He don't look that concerned to me. He look like he's pretending to be concerned.
Hard to imagine
cops running. What are they running to?
Started at around 11:30 yesterday morning when police say the suspect, an 18-year-old student at Uvalde High School, entered the school wearing body armor and carrying at least one AR-15 style rifle. He killed 19 children and 2 teachers before responding officers eventually killed him. Now, initially, authorities said he killed his grandmother before going to the school, but we have since learned that Grandma is in critical condition, but alive. And today,
how in the world does the news mess up the counts of students and teachers being murdered? How do they mess up the account of the grandmother being murdered? So the grandmother was murdered. Now the grandmother's living. They life flattered her out. Like, what? I've never seen the news make this many errors in the news report. This is their job to do news report. This is their job to get the facts, to give you guys the facts. That's what they're supposed to do with these. Supposed to come out and give you guys the facts. How are you guys? Everybody's story is different. Nobody got the same accounts. Nobody, the grandmother's dead, the grandmother's alive. Some random guy all of a sudden knows what they was talking about inside the cars they're driving. The guy has 2 assault rifles. They both look like ARs. Two of them, he's going inside school shooting them like this. Like, first of all, that I can't believe that, man. You're not walking inside with 2 ARs, AKs, any kind of assault rifles, both hands like this, shooting them and hitting people. You mean to tell me this 18-year-old was riding around with his grandmother with 2 assault rifles in the car? So when they was arguing who was driving, so if his grandmother was driving, right? So if his grandmother was driving, that means he would have to went in the back, got the gun out, and then shot her. And she's talking about, oh, I'm shot. Oh, I'm shot. Y'all go back and watch my other video. She'll be talking about, oh, my shot. Oh, I'm shot. And I guess she's the one that had to crash. And he jumps out with both of the assault rifles, like fucking Rambo or some stuff on a movie, right? He jumps out. I mean, this is like a movie, right? He jumps out, at the police, school police, and he enters inside the school. And this is to some couple of classrooms and end up killing 10, I don't know, 14, I don't know, 18, I don't know, 19 students. One teacher, I don't know, 3 adults, I don't know, 2 teachers, I don't know what he killed, but thumbs this. He killed his grandmother. Oh, no, wait a minute. He didn't kill his grandmother. His grandmother survived. That's all I'm saying. It's just sloppy news going on. I'm not saying this is not a real story, but it's definitely some sloppy news going on. Let's continue.
Grandma is in critical condition, but alive. And today, for the rest of the school year, classes and all school activities are canceled as people try to process this. Okay, Adriana, we talked about it just quickly earlier. You mentioned many of these families have been waiting to find out if their loved ones were killed. So what have we learned about the victims so far? Is the unimaginable still
all these
not
students supposed to be accounted
today,
for.
having confirmation?
It's questioned the school now as well.
Yeah. Kara, that information is coming in little by little. We're starting to see the faces. It's starting to really, really hurt. We know the names of 5 people who died in the shooting, and 4 of them were between the ages of 8 and 10. Another was a teacher, and I'm going to have some more information about the victims in the next 30 minutes.
So you mean to tell me there's these students in... So you mean to tell me this guy killed 19 students, and you could only identify 5 of them? So no parent, no teacher, no staff member, nobody could identify these kids. I mean, they don't have no school badges that can identify. Y'all can look inside their backpacks and see some of their work and got their name like that. Or you mean to tell me you can't identify these only 5 students out of 19? Should I be the one doing investigation? Should I be doing investigation? Obviously, you guys don't know what you're doing. You're not doing your job correctly. You mean to tell me it's 19 students, you're going to identify 5 of them. You didn't get no teachers, no staff members, no parents that said they was missing their children to come in and see, are these one of your children? You didn't think, maybe these kids have one of school ID. You didn't think, this child don't have a school ID. Let me look in his backpack. I know he has work, all his work has him or she, he or her, right? Their book bag has to have their name on, because everything that they do, they have to write their name on in school. We all know this. We've all been to school. But all of a sudden, they can identify 14 students. Sounds like somebody doesn't know how to do their job correctly.
Yeah, Adriana, thank you for your time in Uvalde this morning. And of course, just like with any other mass shooting, reaction is pouring in. Many people asking why this keeps happening, why nothing seems to change. Cleo Green continues our team coverage now. Cleo?
Yeah, Mark, on social media, prayers for Uvalde. Uvalde Strong is trending this morning. And like you said, I've been reading a lot of conversations, a lot of tweets on social media, and people, they're angry, they're frustrated, they're emotional. They're wondering why. Why does this keep happening? And when is something going to be done about this? I've been talking to a woman this morning out of El Paso, Miss Gigi here. Her comment says, as parents, we shouldn't think, thank God this was not my child. We should think, oh my God, this could have been my child. And we should demand that our government do their jobs and protect our children from this madness, using that hashtag Uvalde Strong. I got a chance to speak to Miss Faith Mata here. Her little sister was one of the victims.
Just real quick, what is the government supposed to do to protect your children in school? What is the government supposed to do? You see, it's not really the government's responsibility to protect your child in school, right? Because of how America's set up. That's why it's not. It is your school district and your school's responsibility, right? Because the school districts hire these police officers who are supposed to be protecting the school, which they claim that they had school police there, or some type of police was there on scene when the guy came there, but they couldn't protect him. So if they couldn't do it, what is the government supposed to do? Take away guns? Is it for gun control?
School, her caption saying, "My precious angel, you are so loved so deeply in my eyes. You are not a victim, but a survivor. I love you always and pass forever, baby sister." A lot of people yesterday, a lot of things were happening across North Texas. Let's take a look at video from the Mavs game yesterday. They had a very special moment of silence.
Our thoughts and prayers are also with the victims of the horrific shooting today at Robb Elementary School in Uvalde, Texas.
At the AAC last night before
That
Game 4,
wasn't a
this
moment of
tribute to
silence.
all the innocent children and their teacher before the game. Also, Warriors coach Steve Kerr, whose dad was fatally shot while working overseas, unleashed a very passionate call to action.
When are we going to do something? I'm tired. I'm so tired of getting up here and offering condolences to the devastated families that are out there. I'm so tired of I'm tired of the moments of silence. Enough.
Now, hold on, y'all. Did y'all just see Coach Steve Kerr? Why did he look more passionate than them parents who lost their children? Let me ask this question. Why did he look more passionate than the parents who have lost children, who can't find their children? He looked way more, he looked like he was serious. He looked like he has a child that was going to that elementary school. It's just questions that I have.
Is now the deadliest shooting at a grade school in quite some time. Going back nearly 10 years to Newtown, Connecticut, 20 first-grade students were killed at Sandy Hook Elementary, along with 4 teachers, the principal, and school psychologists. Connecticut Senator Chris Murphy, he also got emotional on the Senate floor.
Sandy Hook will never, ever be the same. This community in Texas will never, ever be the same. Why?
Yeah, exactly. Why?
Why are we here?
I'm about done with this video, family, but I'm going to touch on this before I get up out of here. Rather man saying that these communities will never be the same because of a school shooting. Well, guess what? My community has been getting shot down for I don't know how long, and I'm even talking about black on black crime. I'm talking about this is over 400 years of persecution, murdering, lynchings, shootings, unjustly shootings. And we're supposed to just continue to keep going on. If this was a school in the quote-unquote ghetto and it was minority black students, I don't know if it would be, first of all, that big of a news, and second of all, that big of an outcry. It's like they don't care about children. You heard the news reporter lady when she said that now the photos are starting to come out, so now basically she's starting to get sad because she's seeing children that look like her. So that's what makes her sad. But if she's seeing children that didn't look like her, especially if they look like me, it might not make her feel as sad. She might say, that's unfortunate this happened. But it's not that much of a sadness to it. But like I said, family, anybody had lost somebody in that, man, I'm not going to say my condolences to, because that's what everybody says, like the cliche thing to say. You know, at the end of the day, it's not about that. It's about what are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? We got to quit. My condolences. What is your condolences doing about it? Is it going to stop the next person walking inside the school and shooting? No, it's not. So what are we going to do about it as communities of people? Right? What are these school districts going to do about it? What are these school police going to do about it? That's the question. That's what we need to figure out. And it's so sad that we have to individually step up because a lot of us won't come together as a group. So we have to individually try to look out. Right? But I think even regardless of what had happened, we all can learn something from this. We all can learn something from this. And if this 18-year-old did really just walk out of elementary school, which is crazy that he even chose elementary school, I don't care if you just crash right there. Why'd you walk out of elementary school with 2 assault rifles? I mean, you can't shoot 2 of them like that, and especially be accurate. I don't really believe that. But to each his own, man, something probably really did happen, but I don't believe the story that the news is giving us. I don't. They don't have their stories together, family. But with that being said, hey, peace and blessings. One love, shalom. Until next time, I'm gone.